Hey everybody, I'm Jack, and this is Raw Tropical Living. Thanks for joining me today. Just sitting around this morning thinking, wow, just a few days left in 2017. Where did this year go? It's really true what I was always told when I was younger, that it'll get faster and faster as you go on. I swear, these years are zipping by like that now. And with the new year rapidly approaching and knowing what's on the mind and the mindset of most people, I thought that today I would talk about raw food diet mistakes to avoid in the year 2018. I do videos every day, so if you're not already subscribed to my channel, I'd appreciate if you'd hit that subscribe button now so you can come back. There's going to be a lot of cool stuff in the coming year. Then click on the little bell and please check send notifications so you'll stay subscribed to the channel. I might throw a little cold water on some people's excitement because I know it's just like you see it every year. It's almost like being on a merry-go-round and people don't remember they saw this exact same scenery the year before when the merry-go-round came around here. People love to fall into patterns. Life can be a pattern, and every year doing the same thing, doing the same thing, doing the same thing. You know, and the biggest thing I want to say is avoid big stuff, avoid dramatic stuff. If you're all gung-ho right now and you're writing a list and I'm going to do this, 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 and this in 2018 and you're excited and you're like, all of this is going to happen, don't want to discourage you, but I will say scale it back just a little bit. Don't be so anxious. People are always so anxious on January 1st, this mythical day on the calendar, which is a new year. And I mean, if we really want to think about it, every day is starting over a new year. You can start a new year any day you want to. You know, you can start it in February. You can start it right now. You can start it right now. You don't have to wait for January 1st. But the big thing is I'm trying to get at is everybody's going to be all gung-ho and they're going to want to do something, you know, that they feel is like big. I'm more about just staying the course. Be realistic. I'm going to kind of have a little follow-up tomorrow on my little weekend reading. It's not going to be about food, but it could be related. It could be a follow-up to this. And it's talk about being realistic. If you've got a lot of weight to lose, or if you are coming from a place, the standard American diet, or if you, during the last month between Thanksgiving and New Year's, that's actually about 6 weeks, you fell off your plan and you've not been eating well, you're not going to change all of that overnight. You never have before, so what makes you think you are now? So be a little bit more realistic in your expectations for the coming year. Think in terms of 12 months and don't think in terms of, boom, I got to sprint out of the starting gates, you know, on January 1st, get it all done, lose all the weight, be healthy, be here, do it all, you know, within a couple of weeks. I think I mentioned in a recent video, statistics show this every year. You can see it in gym memberships and diets and what have you. People make their resolution, people join gyms the first week of January, and before the month is over, within a couple or 3 weeks, most people have fizzled off of their fitness programs, their self-improvement programs, their resolutions in general. So don't be overly anxious. Don't try to take on too much too soon. Just have yourself a steady plan. Steady wins the race. I know I hate cliches, and I'm probably going to throw out a lot of cliches in this video, but steady wins the race. And another thing too, I'm already seeing it. I see the advertising going around, and I may step on some toes here, so let's see if I get some thumbs down. Don't go out, I'm going to say right now, don't buy any programs. Don't buy any cleanses, don't buy any coaching, don't buy any gimmick stuff to help you do this thing this year. At the most, if you're going to buy anything, here's what I'd encourage you to buy. Find yourself a good recipe book or two, because that is something that everybody can use. That is practical because we all eat food, and the more tasty choices you have, the more likely you're going to stick to and succeed on this lifestyle. So yeah, you don't need these cleanses and feast and fast. You don't need somebody holding your hand. You have everything that you need is out there. Everything you need is out there. any subject you ask, any subject you can think of, any questions you can think of, type that question directly into Google. Type that question directly into a search on YouTube. There's just so much information out there. I don't know why people seem to think they need to spend money, you know, to make this lifestyle work. I'll go back to a concept that I talk about a good bit on this channel. Pay less attention to the results. Focus less on the results and just focus on your process. And I don't talk about that very much, but I really did that in the beginning. I had weight to lose. I've showed a before picture before. I wasn't like huge or anything, but I was probably about 210 pounds when I came to this lifestyle. I was a heavy drinker. I'd been eating crappy foods, and maybe I just figured something out as I'm doing this video. Maybe that's why it clicked for me this time, is because that was the time that I decided, okay, let's just get healthy. Let's get healthy. And from day one, even before the raw vegan lifestyle, there was about a 6-month period before I came to eating the way I do now, that intuition, instinct was just leading me to get healthier and healthier. And during this process, I didn't have a scale. I had access. I could have gotten on people's scales. Didn't get on any scales. Just wasn't paying any attention to results or outcome. All I focused on was the process, and I broke that down. All I focused on was day to day. I don't think about next week, and you should do that too. On January 1st is on a Monday. Probably nobody's going to get started on their new way of doing things on a Monday, but let's say January 2nd. Don't think of next week. Do not think of like, what am I, you know, February, March, how long, oh, I'm going to do this for, you know, I'm going to do this every day, or wow, this is something I'm going to do for the rest of my life. Simply focus on every day, making better choices every day. Break it down. When you break something, when we break a task down, it gets so much easier. We have these little accomplishments. If you've got to break that day down even more, I would say break it down and just focus day by day. But if you have to focus meal by meal, hour by hour, do it. Do it by any means necessary. Do whatever you need to do to accomplish your goals, and those are your goals. I can't tell you. Do you want to be fully raw vegan? Do you want to eat a clean, low-fat, plant-based diet? Do you want to eat mostly raw, fully raw? That's up to you. But give yourself the best chance of getting there. And the best chance of getting there is just doing the things that you need to do every day. Every day. People need these bells and whistles and something exciting and something new and something jazzed. That's mostly marketing and advertising. And believe me, I know, for other reasons, I study marketing and advertising all the time. Now, when I say that, I say I study it. I'm kind of a fan. I'm not any sort of a expert on it. But I do understand the mindset, and I do understand how it works, and I understand buzzwords and how people create that kind of stuff. You've got to have this, succeed with this, and you really don't. You really don't. Honest to God, I look back on my 5.5-year journey, and I have not spent, let's see, what have I spent money on? For the first couple of years, I didn't even have any tools. I mean, maybe after, well, I did get a juicer. I was big into the juicing in the beginning. Wasn't a necessary tool, I found out. That Omega juicer that I paid about $230 for, it's nice to have, but it wasn't a necessary tool. So along my journey, what have I found it necessary to spend money on? Nothing. Nothing. Now, very nice. I love having the Vitamix, although the Vitamix was a gift. What other things? I had my dehydrator down in Costa Rica, and I do look forward to using it in the future, but it was not a necessity. In fact, I didn't use it very much at all. What books and systems did I buy? I've bought books. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not discouraging you from buying, you know, educational material. I own a lot of books that I've just picked up along the way. But I will go back again and say most of the information from all the books I have is somewhere out there online, whether it's in PDF, whether it's in condensed versions. So it's still, that is not necessary. I just haven't spent money to do this lifestyle other than on food. And I definitely have not, even in the very, very, very beginning when I saw that stuff coming at me, I never thought of like, ooh, I really need that program to succeed, or ooh, I better go and do this cleanse or fast or whatever. You can figure it out. You can figure it out. So to finish this up, I would just say use a little common sense after the first of the year, and maybe look back a little bit. See that these methods have not worked before. How often have your gung-ho New Year's intentions panned out? So steady wins the race. Just, you know, probably for a lot of people, because I hear a lot of people talking about they kind of fell off their program. For the people that fell off their program, go back to that point in time when it was working for you. When was it really working for you? When were you feeling your best? What were you doing? And try to emulate that. But yeah, avoid all this big dramatic stuff, and avoid the hoopla of getting caught up in the New Year circus and all that stuff. Anyhow, just my 2 cents worth. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you like it, please give me a thumbs up, and I'll see you again tomorrow. Peace.